There are two kinds of people in this world. The people who fail to do what they know they should, and those who keep doing things they know they shouldn't. Guess what? You're both. Hi, I'm your host, life and business coach, Marcy Barker, aka your loving kick in the pants. In this podcast, I'll teach you the 6 steps of my accountability code that will help you wake up with clarity and show up with aligned action steps that make follow through easy and peaceful. All right, let's jump in. Good morning, my beautiful people. Actually, it's not even a morning, it's afternoon. Where has the day gone? Okay, I am making this whole entire topic into a podcast because I just tried to record a video about it, a short video, and I realized I was talking way too long. And I was thinking, why don't I just turn this into a podcast episode? And let me give you a little warning. I'm kind of in a rant mood because I get this question or have this conversation a lot with people who don't understand how to share value. Ooh, take a deep breath with me, okay? A couple of episodes ago, I did a whole podcast on mastering the art of sharing value. And let me just give you a little bit of a backstory, okay? So in the group that I manage, Lady Bosses, the rule is to share 2 to 3 value posts for every promotional post, okay? When I scroll through the group as an admin, I'm always looking for value to engage with, to help people succeed. And then I come across a post that's like, delete if this is not okay, and then it's a pitch. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a first red flag. If they're posting something knowing that there's a chance it could get deleted, then they know that they're doing something unethical because that behavior has been reprimanded in the past, okay? So that's the first thing. Don't ever start a post like that just because it's kind of like, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And if you have a problem with it, you can just delete it and I'm not going to worry about it anymore, okay? So somebody posted in the group, I'm scrolling through, and they said, delete this if it's not allowed. And then it was an advertisement for their venue of, this is a place I have, people are welcome to book it, this is the location, contact me if you are interested. Of course, I message them because I look through their profile and all they've done since getting into the group is promoting their venue, which in a normal Facebook group, that is okay. A normal Facebook group, as in a group that grows but doesn't really get managed. It might have a lot of people in it, but there's not a ton of value in it because there's no real discussion happening. So I messaged this person and I said, hey, just want to let you know I'm not going to delete your post because we don't really want to delete posts. However, we want you to be familiar with our rules so we can maintain the integrity of the group. By the way, there's pinned post and featured post, so you can learn how to do an effective introduction. And then there's also another post that breaks down our rules so that you know how to get the most out of this group. And this person responded and they showed gratitude. Hey, thanks for letting me know that. But me sharing my venue is value to the group. But I get what you're saying. And okay, I have a lot of clients who want to start Facebook groups because they see the power in Lady Bosses. They've seen other people grow really successful Facebook groups and it becomes a really strong source for clientele. So as I'm helping my clients look for the best way to create a Facebook group, we are doing our research first. We're checking names. We are putting things into the search bar. We're seeing what already exists out there. And let me just spoil this for you. When you search up a Facebook group name, you will either find exactly what you're looking for because it's a common name, or you will find nothing like what you're looking for. So we'll talk about both of those in just a second. But the first one I want to just teach you, if you find a group and you think it's highly engaged, it might say, oh, there's 10,000 members in this group and there's 7 new posts a day. Well, that looks very successful. But then you click on the group saying that, if it's public, you can look through the posts. If it's private, you have to join it to see it. But when you look through the posts, it is extremely common to see no likes, no shares, no comments, nothing, no engagement on the posts. That means that this group is full of people who only show up to take. They're posting, buy my stuff, come to my gym, come to my place of business, and there's no real value for anybody else in the group. Now, the other thing is when you are looking for a Facebook group to start and there's nothing like the title of what you're thinking, you have opportunity there. You have opportunity to create a group that is different. That is why Lady Bosses is different, is because of this one rule we have about 2 to 3 value posts for every promotion. So here's a good rule of thumb when you are posting inside of a Facebook group. Okay, now Facebook groups are completely different with their rules. Some groups say, hey, this is a group for you to advertise your business. I'm not saying don't post in those groups, but I'm saying don't expect much from those groups because nobody checks those groups. Nobody goes to those groups because it doesn't provide them any value. Nobody gets on Facebook and scrolls through a group thinking, oh, what should I buy today? Like, what am I going to be sold? People just don't do that. So when you are posting into a Facebook group that actually has potential for you to get clients, I want you to ask yourself, what is the intention of sharing this information in the group? Intention is everything, because if you show up, you guys all know you have a friend who only talks to you when they want something, right? They could care less to check in on you, to serve you, to give you a gift, call you for your birthday. They are non-existent in any of those areas. Yet when they need something, they show up and they make themselves known. I can't stress this enough. If you are only showing up on social media to take or to ask, you're not going to go that far. And on top of that, you're going to be known as somebody who only takes. When you take, you are holding back your expertise, you are holding back your knowledge, you are holding back the client transformation, and you're saying all I care about is raking in the dollars, okay? Good luck if this works for you. There's a couple people in Lady Bosses that I have kicked out because I'm like, this is not an appropriate way to participate in our group. And they're like, fine, I'll leave. Like, I can go and post in other groups. I'm like, that is totally fine. I respect you and I support that decision for you to leave. Hey listeners, the message of waking up and showing up is yours for the taking. In fact, it's free. I've recorded my entire audiobook and I'd love for you to consume it between episodes. Head to marcybarker.com to get instant access to the accountability code Wake Up and Show Up. All right, let's jump back in. The intention behind you showing up on social media is so incredibly important. And this is where I'm going to get on my soapbox for just a second. The beautiful thing about this podcast is that if you don't like it, I'm not forcing you to listen to it. But the intention is everything. And if you haven't listened to the Sharing Value podcast, I highly recommend that you do, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you grow your business. I'm here to help you sign more clients. I'm here to help you make your business life more enjoyable because you're living your purpose. Your intention with showing up on social media should be a reflection of who you are and what you want out of life, not just sales, sales, sales. Now, in my book, The Accountability Code, I break down the whole entire process of becoming aligned in your mind and body so that follow through becomes easy and peaceful. I want you to know that as you deal with the uncomfortable things, like how do I share value? How do I be vulnerable? How do I show my own transformation in an honest way? As you face those uncomfortable things, guess what? That's the very thing that attracts people to you, is being a real human being with actual value to share without asking for anything in return. And I hope that this story or this podcast helps you shift your mindset just a little bit. I have a hard time thinking you'd force yourself to listen to this if you're like, this girl is all wrong. Like, I'll just keep posting on Facebook and hope something happens. But your intention behind your post is going to make all the difference. So let me share a couple of ideas on how to update your intention when you're sharing, okay? I want you to think about that friend that we talked about who only shows up when they want something. Do you want to be like that? Ask yourself, do I want to be known as the friend or business owner who only shows up when they want something? I hope you answer, no, I don't want to be like that. Second question is, what do you want to be known for? As a life and business coach, I want to be known for helping people become accountable to themselves and see success from doing that. If I only showed up to say, hey, I have a program, it's an 8-week program, this is the cost, this is when we're starting, call me, and then I did it again, hey, I have an 8-week program, this is when we're starting, this is how much it costs, call me, like, you can see how very quickly people are going to be repelled by that. They don't want your programs. They want to know that they are being understood and that they're being heard and that they're being listened to and seen. Again, I want you to think about, what is my intention in showing up? Is my product or service something that can truly benefit people? Or is it just something that I can sell to make a buck from? As you share on social media, I want you to get really comfortable with what you're offering and understand that it is valuable even if nobody buys it. What is the value that can be shared there even if it doesn't result in an immediate sign up? I actually saw an Instagram reel the other day, and it was really awesome because it helped me update my mindset with this topic. There's a guy that had a little bag full of 1 ounce pieces of gold. And he went on a street corner, very busy street, and told people, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? And some people are like, I'm not going to talk to this guy. And other people are like, sure, I'll take it. And what made that video interesting is that the guy actually benefited from that when people said no, because he didn't lose anything. He wasn't out anything if people did not take that gold from him. But if people said yes, he's out that much money because they took him up on his offer. And the author telling this story was saying that this man is so successful with his message because he understands there's value in it, even when people don't accept it. And I feel like if more of us understood the true value in our business, we would share it freely instead of putting a price tag on every single time we want to introduce the topic or the service or the product to somebody. So that gave me a new understanding of like, I should go out there and share. And actually, yes, it will cost me more when people accept, because it takes accountability for me to deliver the product that I shared, but also to be a good coach who gets paid. That takes my time and my energy and my resources. And ultimately, that's how I grow as a person, is going through the process of continuing to provide value. So I hope that if you listen to this and if I recommended this podcast to you, that you'll just take a deep breath and do that work that is required to be successful in business. Do the work that's required to be a good contact, to be a good friend. Don't be that person who only shows up to take when you want something, when you need something. It's just super annoying and it just really repels people. But if you can say, what is it about me? What is it that I have that can transform somebody else? And wouldn't I want people to know that even if it wasn't immediately attached to a price tag? So I would love to know your guys' feedback on this. I would also love to see you utilize social media in a more honest way, because I can promise you that it will make you happier in the meantime. It will also help you build your audience. It will also help you get more engagement on your posts, and it will also help you access social media as a serious source of leads and clients and friendships and business contacts and really good relationships throughout every aspect of your life. So I hope that you have a good day. And I hope that if you're feeling like me, a little salty or anxious or ready for a rant, like, do whatever you need to get it out, because this uncomfortableness feeling is what gets you to the next stage. It gets you to the next place of where you need to be, so you can shed the old beliefs and the old systems and be open and ready to receive even more. And of course, you guys can grab my audiobook. The Process of the Accountability Code is one that will help you streamline this process, streamline your goals, your struggles, the things that you're working on, because it really is a magical way to open up what's ready, what you need to do next. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, opinions about this podcast, I'd love to hear them. So reach out to me and we'll continue the conversation. But for now, have a fantastic night. Hey friends, I want to thank you for listening to this episode of Your Loving Kick in the Pants. If you got any value out of this episode, I would love for you to drop me a review or share with a friend what you learned. All right, I'll see you next Wednesday for Your Loving Kick in the Pants.